What is up, Buccaneers, and welcome to the Pirates Live 412 post-game show. I am Mason Tepesky, your host. Today we're going to recap a wild one between the Red Sox and the Pirates. The game took as long to play as the rain delay did. 2 hours and 34 minutes exact, and I was there for all of it. So without further ado, let's get into this. We'll be quick because I'm trying to go to bed here, but let's do it. Bottom of the first inning, Brian Reynolds doubles to left field. This scores is Maryland Valdez, making it 1-0. Also in that inning, Brandon Lau singles to left, scoring B-Ray to make it 2-0. Bottom of the third, Reynolds singles to left. This scores Big Tree, Jared Triolo, sending his Maryland to third. It is now 3-0. Bottom of the third as well, Lau singles to right field. This scores is Maryland and sends B-Ray to second. It is 4-0 Bucks. Bottom of the third as well. We really lit them up in the third, and this is what set the pace for the day as a whole. Nick York singles to center field, scoring Brandon Lau and B-Ray, sending Jake Mangum to second. It is now 6-0 Pirates. We're in a really good spot. And then the last runs of the third were Henry Davis hit a sac fly to center, scoring Jake Mangum, 7-0 Bucks. Top of the fifth inning, the Red Sox got their lone runs of the day on a long home run. I think it's Connor Wong hit a home run for them, scoring himself, Jaron Duran, and Siegler as well. What's his first name? Anthony. My bad, Anthony. Anthony Siegler scored as well. That cuts it to 7-3. And then it got wild. The sky turned pitch black. The thunder and lightning started. Grounds crew came out. We're in a delay. The delay lasted 2.5 hours. Chad Tracy, the Boston interim manager, very likely though soon to be full-time, I think, in my opinion. He led them back all the way. He deserves the full-time job, so that's that. And our manager, former interim manager last year, but now current manager, Don Kelly, had a meeting, shook hands, and they decided that they wanted to resume the game. I was telling a Red Sox fan, I bet you that Tracy wanted to resume that because they're catching the Yankees, or they're trying to. We'll get into that more in the weekly show, so definitely tune into that. But anyway, they resumed the game. It doesn't mean a whole lot, though, because bottom of the seventh, Nick York singles to right, scoring Rafael Flores Jr., 8-3. That's your final score. The Pirates win it 8-3. We improved to 61-65, 32-31 in PNC Park. Red Sox dropped to 66-58, 37-27 on the road away from Fenway. Kirby Yates earns his first win as a Pirate and his first win of the season, improving to 1-5. Pablo Sandoval takes the loss. He falls to 4-2. Couple quick things I want to discuss. And this is a big one. This is a really big one. Is Maryland Valdez is the long-term centerpiece of our offense? 100%. Don't doubt it. He is. Why I say that? The way he hits the ball, the way he sets the tempo, and the way he's got us started and going against left-handed pitchers. Yeah, this guy's who I want to be the centerpiece of our long-term offense. I love him. Not like that. Put it at that. Not like that. I love him as a baseball player. Period. End of story. Even if, we're not even going to go down that rabbit hole. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. But I love his Maryland Valdez as a baseball player. Period. Full stop. Travis Williams quote there. He's the long-term centerpiece of this offense. Whoever is our GM, whether it be Sherrington or someone freaking else, their first order of business is extend as Maryland Valdez. Should they extend Paul Skeens? We'll get to that a different day. I'm thinking September 28th in our off-season video, we'll debate that and discuss that a little bit. But not tonight. Not tonight. We can hit, quote-unquote, parentheses, Red Sox lefties. One of the big things this year that we've struggled with big time is our ability to hit left-handed pitching, and this weekend proved so much that we can't hit left-handed pitching. So that is definitely a plus. And I'm very, very happy about that, for sure. This team, but hopefully it translates to other teams as well. I don't know what the week ahead looks like with Detroit and then out in LA against the back-to-back champs. We'll get to that on the weekly show, so we'll talk about that there. This team is only as successful as it hits. This is a big one. And I'm going to clarify what I just said. This is not a team that's going to win ball games 1-0. And it's not healthy to win ball games 1-0. I'm just going to be honest with you. In my opinion, it's not healthy. It's very stressful. I know Boston almost did it last night, but I don't want to be that team. It's not healthy, like I just said. This team's not going to win games 1-0. This team is only as successful as it hits. Now, what does that mean? I just have to address a letter as I talk to you guys. Long days, I have to multitask on some things, but what does that mean? If we score 4 more runs, or even 5 or more, we're going to win, most likely. However, if we score 3 or fewer, I don't think we're going to win the game. I know I predict low scores a lot, but I just don't think we're a team that wins low-scoring games. That's okay. It just matters how our offense does. So, yeah. Look, okay, here's examples. Today we won 8-3. Tuesday night we lost 2-0. You obviously can't win if you don't score any runs. However, Tuesday was a low-scoring game, and it took like 2 hours and 15 minutes. Today took 2 hours and 25 minutes without the 2 hours 34 minutes without that stupid ass rain delay. And guess what? We won 8-3. 8-3. So the moral of the story is this. When we score, we win. When we don't, we don't. I know that sounds cliche, but we're not going to win games 2-1. I know we're not scoring. If you're winning a game 2-1, you're not scoring, but you're winning. That's not going to be the 2026 Pittsburgh Pirates. And nor will it be the Pirates in future years. So that's what I'm trying to say. It was a great day by Blake Bacher. Great day for the bullpen game for sure. I just want to say this, though. I do think, and I mentioned this a lot at the deadline in my weekly show, if you ever listened, you got to move on from Hunter Barco. I hate to say it, because I think he's good, or a good person, and I want him to succeed. However, he is not succeeding here. And what I'm meaning is, it's not an indictment on him. He can succeed somewhere else. You should have maybe looked at guys like Joe Adele, Taylor Ward, and seen, like, what could I have got? Could I have gotten a tier 1 pitcher, a tier 1 starting pitcher, a tier 1 bat, and traded away Hunter Barco? The answer is you probably could have. Or could you have maybe got another reliever or something and got Hunter Barco on that? Yes. I'm not going to really, go gung-ho on the reliever thing because you did get pretty much the number 1 reliever available on the market for Sammy Stafara, which made a lot of freaking sense for everybody involved. So I'm not going to complain about that. But you should have maybe called somebody and went and got a bat for Hunter Barco because it's pretty clear that this guy is not going to be the guy in Pittsburgh. So that's what you need to look at, I think, in the future. See if you could get somebody, like I'm sure Baltimore or somebody like that would love Hunter Barco. Somebody out there would love the dude. So you've got to see what you could get for him. For sure. Even if it's just like a project, even if it's like an Esmeralda Valdez or a Youngston Garcia, see what you can get for him. And make it make sense. That's my advice. Used to see the offense do its thing. Yeah, we just talked about this, so yeah. All things considered, the pitching was very solid. Look, it's always tough when you have these 2-hour and 15-minute delays, and I think the pitching staff handled it very well. For a bullpen game and a long delay, I would have thought that would have meant fire alarm, pull the fire alarm. It's going to be an ugly day. We don't want to talk about this. Screw life, screw everything about life. It's not meant to be, but they found a way. This was a great win. This was a great series. Now we have the Tigers coming in. We have to find a way to continue this momentum. As I said last night, I'm going to reiterate on my weekly show. We've got to win we've got to win 14 out of the next 16. Last night was 15 out of 17. Now it's down to 14 out of 16. We've got to win 14 out of the next 16 to put ourselves in contention. That puts you at 75 and 67. You've got a fighting chance at that point. And then all you got to do is go 500 the rest of the way, or a little bit above, and you're in. So that should be the goal. Period. Full stop. And this video is going to be right here, right now. Period. Full stop. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you enjoyed this. Time for the weekly show now. On to Detroit tomorrow. See you then. Have a good one. Take care. Stay safe. And as always, peace and God bless. See you guys for the Tiger Series tomorrow or on the weekly show. Goodbye.